Welcome back, and we are about to roll dice salute you. We got another Danger Games up and ready for you. We're going to do some Greco, we're going to do some Roman, we're going to do some Manticore fights. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Danger Games.
Hey.
How's it going?
You know, Scott.
Pretty
We started working again together in a job.
So
Scott. Yeah, me and Scott.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And we do this bit where I come out as, or we did do this bit as where I came out as Russell Crowe.
Okay.
And I said loads of Greek shit, and I would just look at him, and he'd just look at me like, no, it's Roman. It's Roman and Greek. Not the same.
To be fair, at the venue we were doing it at, it really wasn't high on anyone's list of being bothered about stuff. They weren't really fussed about that. It wasn't exactly the thing. Ross did come out with a real, like, didn't really know about the it's just the costume that they got him. Which costume that you got?
Yeah, I just had a Roman general.
It had hand gauntlets like Link from Legend of Zelda, but as two-dimensional as if they were in a game. So
cool.
he'd come out and be like, I'm Russell Crowe, which is obviously a joke only we got because no one knows his name's Ross.
That was the gag.
And, it was my gag. And he's sort of like do. But that was because it had the little triangles from the.
It's got the Triforce thing.
Yeah, it's got the Triforce on it. It really looked like no one else got it. And everyone started calling me a nerd. And
did you have a jug that you could pick up and smash?
Yeah. I fucking love that bit. But that was good. We have that job now, don't we? Together, Ross, don't we?
Yeah, we still have that job together. Definitely didn't get
long partnership
from that job.
Ross and Scott doing that thing together.
Do people call you like the wrong name as well? Still, like do they call you Ross? Scott?
It happened
last night.
It happened last night. Candice,
even with the Russell Crowe gag, they're still like getting the names wrong.
Yeah.
Which what?
James is like,
what? James is here. What are we doing? What's going on?
I was just looking at my pension. Is it time for my sponge bath?
You were calling us the wrong name last night.
Oh, I did. Yes.
James has known us for about a decade.
Yeah.
So it happens.
Yeah.
It got so bad that we started calling ourselves Scoss.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Scoss.
I mean, I think we look quite different. I'm entirely bald, and Ross is very much not. So so physically, there's not really a lot.
And I'm muscly as well, but you're somewhat muscly. I'd say I'm more muscly, if anything.
I say, well, I'm a lot hairier than you on the rest of my body. That's it. The stuff that you think is muscle is actually just definition given to me by hair. It's just sculpting. Yeah, it's really weird. That's why raccoons are so fucking hench.
Can I ask a question, Ross?
Yeah.
What did you put a pube on to get asked to leave this particular job? All the French fancies we've been eating.
Well, it was a restaurant, so there was pizzas being served.
So many options.
Yeah, let me
and there
tell
were
you.
meter-long pizzas as well, so there was a lot of pubes.
Oh, Ross putting a pube on one of those pizzas that gets served there would possibly be an improvement. Fuck it, there I said it. Those pizzas are shit. There's like two that are good, but honestly, we used to work there a while ago, and I know a lot of us have done our time in there every now and then. But a host friend of mine once said to the managers about that place, they said, listen, all you've got here is the entertainment, because without the entertainment, this place is a shit ZZ's, is what it is.
Yeah.
And he was right. So Ross's pews might add some extra crunch. Who knows,
But you famously don't like pizza.
Yeah,
you're right.
You're not the person to make this judgment.
I'm a hard sell on that. But you know what? Do you know where I do like pizza?
Go on.
Nowhere. I don't like pizza.
Now, it's really interesting because I was listening back to some old episodes, and I remember listening to the Jess Foster Q episodes, and there was a pizza monster.
Yeah.
And in that show, we described the pizza monster, and you, Scott, not Ross, Scott, you say, oh, I'm so hungry right now. When we were describing the pizza.
Don't bring out my inherent tapeworm thing that I have. Listen, I'll get hungry about anything. I'm looking at a piece of mold over there in that corner right now. I'm imagining that could be porridge. Like, I'll get hungry about anything, man. I'm easily hungry aroused.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm confused.
Ross keeps throwing me his fucking... Because he knows I'm an uneasy sell. At some point, he knows I'm going to go for his horrible Abbey cheese cubes. I will eat them at some point. He'll get me. He will.
It's good.
It will just happen.
Good.
And that was a calzone monster, wasn't it?
It was a calzone monster.
Now, let me make this clear. Calzone is an entirely different beast.
Calzone is 2 pizzas.
Yeah, and it's also like a pie. That's a different
It's a
food.
bit
That's
like a pie,
worthwhile.
yeah.
It's almost like a stew inside. That's amazing. Calzone is fantastic.
What if you take a regular pizza and just fold it over? Is that fine, or does it have to go back through the oven, or does it need some kind of a seal? And like, at what
that's a
point does a
great
pizza
question.
become
I think,
a
to-
calzone?
Yeah, it's a real philosophical thing.
I mean, I worked in an Italian restaurant a long time ago, and it is literally a fold-over pizza, but it does change the nature of the beast. It's
It does,
kind of
because
like a
if you
big
think about
pizza
it-
pasty
Yeah.
sort of thing.
If you think about it,
Yeah.
everything is cooked in. If you have a pizza that's not folded over, everything is cooked with the fire over it. If that makes sense. So all the meat gets crispy and the vegetables get charred almost. So if you fold it, they don't. It's only the bread that gets crispy and everything inside stays gooey, like you say, like a bit of a cheesy stew.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Cheesy stew. Stew Jackson looks
Cheesy
like
stew.
cheese.
Cheesy.
Looks like
It's
cheese.
as nice as calzone.
Stew, you don't look like cheese, man. You look great.
Calzone. No, come on. There was something else. What'd you say about that? I had something else to say about that. Food.
So other things you've come after in the history of the podcast: saurine. If you fold 2 pieces of saurine over, does that become acceptable?
Don't go after saurine. You're right. I
Don't you
fucking hate
diss
saurine.
saurine.
Do you know what, man? Do you know what? I don't vibe with saurine anymore.
I've got some for my lunch today.
There's a
Get the
reason.
fuck out,
No, there's a
Colin.
reason.
Get the fuck out.
There's a reason. Let me tell you. They give money to the Tories.
Today.
Hate to say it. It blew my fucking mind. I can't eat saurine anymore.
Well, I tell you what, Colin, what dark web websites are you plugged into where
Listen,
they're sort of
man.
revealing like, do you hear about Soaring? Yeah, they're giving the money. Here's the donations to the Tories. I mean,
So many companies give money to the Tories.
Yeah.
well,
There's
it's because the Tories are always big business.
There's a Twitter account called Stop Funding Hate, which goes around and just identifies all the adverts on various papers and goes, "Hi, like the Guardian, the Telegraph, or the Daily Mail. Are you aware that these adverts are various like
great
anti-LGBTQ organizations and stuff like that? They'll tell like, oh, you know, ITV, you're still trading with the Daily Mail. Did you know that they did this week? That kind of thing. You know, they're a little bit like a watch. They're not very powerful, but they are like a watchdog. It's an interesting thing.
It is good though, because it's why I stopped reading papers. A long time ago, unfortunately. It doesn't mean I'm a little bit behind the curve sometimes, but I'll take that because literally every single paper is just filled with bullshit and
Because you only just found about Princess Diana, didn't you, in the last episode?
Mate, I thought you were talking about Queen Victoria. You know what I mean? It's like I was like, how long have I been asleep?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's been that long since you haven't picked up.
But yeah, every paper's bad. Adverts bad.
It's true. Stop reading the news, man.
Stop reading that.
Stop
news.
informing yourself about
Yeah,
anything.
absolutely,
Yeah, but it's
Live
not.
in a
but
cave.
the
Shut
thing is,
yourself
all
down,
of it
man.
is coloured with horrible agendas. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah,
I don't mind the facts, but they're not. It's not just the facts. And really, the one, if you want to know what's actually really going on, the facts, then read the Financial Times. Because that's one of the only papers that actually just lists it as it is. Because if you work in the markets, you need to know actually what's going on rather than somebody's interpretation of it. And
It's a shame about Saurine, though, isn't it?
It's
It's a shame about Soaring, yeah.
I freaking love Soaring.
Okay, that's our next Patreon stretch goal is we're going to buy Saurine and we're going to stop funding the Tories with it so we can all just have a big old Saurine feast. We'll put some cheese and ham in it and fold it over and melt it for Scott so he can have a Saurine calzone.
Right.
Actually, does sound pretty good.
Smash that, to be honest. Yeah.
We'd certainly eat that.
Sounds pretty
so
good.
wrong. That's just such a wrong combination of taste palettes. You're not going to get me on this. All right. Well, speaking of mashing all your taste palettes together and getting something weird out of it, let's continue this fight. A lot of you are bleeding and wounded and damaged very much from the onslaught of Androphagus in the air, hovering above this set of statues as you're desperately climbing your way up there to try and get this guy down, even with the entrance of Lyax. And then finally, drama of dramas, the Rama made an epic jump through the air, trusting only to his own might and the will of the gods. And he made it with a natural 20, James. That was very dramatic.
Yes.
It was
After
very
a
dramatic.
natural one as well.
After a
I know,
natural one,
yeah.
it was literally like a classic natural one and then a natural 20. And I was like, this is kind of a defining moment for the character because, like, you know, you have these moments, don't you, with a new character and you're like, he came through.
You did come
We were
through.
talking about this in the break, and it's like on a moment like that, the worst thing you can do is roll like a 7.
Yeah.
Like it has when you've built it up, it has to either be a catastrophe or it has to be amazing. Like you don't want to you don't want to miss it by like 2.
A lukewarm fail.
Yeah.
It's just like, ooh.
Just fall 25 feet as well. like on low hit points.
I mean, I think really there was no sort of like not spectacular end to this because if I
True,
failed
yeah,
it in any way, it's like, And yeah, I haven't got many hit points sometimes. I just smash into the sand and that would be me out. So like, cool.
Unalived yourself.
Yeah.
You do, but you have successfully sailed through the air. You didn't mess it up. You have made I assume you're going to make an attack on Androphagus.
I am. Can I use my bonus action to say something?
I think if it doesn't have any mechanical thing, talking's a free action. We're going back into the fight. We're picking up right away from
right.
Rama's go.
So
here we are.
He makes this jump. He grabs hold of Androphagus and sort of lands on his back, I guess. Like that.
Well, I was going to make you make the attack before we saw.
Well, we'll do that. But as he sort of lands, he bellows out. My name is Rama. I freaking love the drama. I'm powered by my rage as I take the center stage. I see you, Manticore, gonna rip you with my claw. I'll crush you like a mouse, cause now this is my house.
That was pretty good.
That's a fucking rap battle, bitch. Oh, amazing. Okay, cool. Roll a performance check, I'm going to say. Because you did that on the hoof, I'm going to say roll with advantage.
Okay, well, it's not a bad roll to start with.
Has James been lying all this time? Is he really into it?
Yeah.
He is really into the hip-hop.
Yeah.
We've had a massive turnaround.
It's like an idiot savant of hip hop.
I totally didn't write that while I was making my cup of tea. Okay, performance check. Oh, God, what is wrong with you? There we go. Oh, I actually got +2, so that was a 16.
16.
Yeah.
You now have 3 more successful performance checks than Androphagus, thus giving you some boon in the next combat round. Oh. Well done. The crowd sought to change. They're like, maybe we're backing the wrong guy. These guys are amazing. Look at that jump. Did you see that? I think his name's Rama. And the hubbub goes around the crowd as they change loyalties very thickly and very quickly.
Oh.
Now, please make your attack.
Yes, I will make my attack.
Please.
Oh, God, please. Right, here we go. Come on, make it good. Oh, it's all right. So that is a. What do I add to it? Proficiency bonus.
It should be whatever your attack thing is in your attack thing.
Attack thing in the attack thing. I do apologise. I'm using D&D Beyond, which seems to just want to confuse me.
You always
really
say
bad.
this about Path Builder. You say it about
I know,
D&D
but
Beyond.
but
I think at some point it's you.
Just to get used to Path Builder, now it's this.
So you can
does things in a different way.
You can tap on if it, underneath your actions. You can just tap on like the little weapon thing, whatever you've assigned. Unless you haven't set it up that way.
With actions, I just get this little icon
So you
that just moves.
So you haven't set that up.
I don't know what
Subscribe
that
to
Means
D&D
it's-
Beyond.
This means it's loading, that's why.
I can tell you that if you roll a d20, add your strength modifier and add your proficiency bonus. If you're attacking unarmed, have you got a weapon?
Well, no, I'm using claws.
You're using your claws. Okay, cool. So yeah, just make an attack roll, add your strength modifier, and add your proficiency bonus.
Okay, in
Yeah,
that
take
case, it is
That's why I do things with pen and paper.
Yeah, it is a 19.
19 is a hit. You pounce through the air on the back of Androphagus. Roll your clawy damage.
Okay, I get +2 melee damage with this. Oh no, actually, unarmed strikes. So I get 1d4 +4 slashing damage on a hit.
Okay, cool. And roll that.
Let's have a look. That is 7 points of slashing damage.
7 points of slashing damage. Tearing into him, sailing through the air and gouging down his back. There is a spray of blood as Androphagus and Rama start to tumble around in the air. Were you trying to stay on him, or are you just hitting him and then jumping off?
I was trying to stay on him.
You're going to stay on him?
Yeah, because I want to go for his wings, really, to try and get him down.
Interesting. Yeah, that's a very good tactic.
Yeah.
It's quite slippy, though, isn't it?
It is pretty slippy. Yeah, he's like... sort of there with his claws.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Oh, sweet dear Lord, there's so much rolling going on. I apologise, Rama. Let's see if you can get through this. Oh, it's a dirty 20 on the acrobatics.
Okay,
Nice.
you have fully balanced. With your rage engages your focus. The noise slips away. You see your prey. You pounce. You gouge. You stay on the back. This thing isn't so scary close up. You peel away the spines and just start tearing away its back. You are centered low to gravity. Your gravity is now Androphagus himself. You stay on his back. You've made a successful attack. Rama is full engaged with rage. Lyax. It's your turn.
I'm going to spend a key point to use Step of the Wind, which means I can, as a bonus action,
so easy.
you can take the disengage or dash action as a bonus action on your turn, and jump distance is doubled for the turn. So my jump distance is 15, doubled is 30. So I'm going to jump up and punch.
Wait, you're jumping up from the ground?
Yeah.
Incredible.
Sorry. He's way over 30 feet in the air.
Oh, what?
Because he was he was 10 foot above the Iroas statue anyway,
okay.
which is already 25 feet in the air. 8 plus 15, less than 25. But yeah, so he flew a further 25 feet away.
Oh, balls.
Rama just made that jump, so just from that alone, you won't be able to do that.
Yeah.
If you spent the key point to use to double your, and then took a move action as well, but your move action would just be based on the jump. I basically let you use your entire go to try and jump onto him using your key point. Your key point, all your actions, and then give me a very good acrobatics or athletics check.
Then there's 2 of us on him, which is
Yeah, why stop
quite
there?
good.
Get the whole fucking Ludus on him, man. You got a new mount here, like.
All right, let's do it. Let's try. Why not? Let's try.
Because then he has to make a carry check.
I also
and-
forgot to use my first. I had an advantage on my first roll in the next game.
You did.
Oh well.
Didn't you use that for the performance check?
Hang on.
No.
Well, I've got advantage on all.
Yeah, you have,
your rolls. Yeah, you've got advantage on all your rolls. James only had.
No, it's only on the first. It says advantage on the first roll in the next game.
Oh,
So
okay.
maybe it was James who had all the advantages, and maybe,
right,
maybe it was Rama and Colin who had it. Not.
I think it was.
not
Because I did write it down.
Maybe it was you then.
Yeah.
Take advantage, man.
Because I did sort of, well,
Yeah.
That is a 13 on acrobatics.
13 in acrobatics. You jump into your powerful legs catapult you off the ground. You push off the dais. You swing up and use Afara's arm to like level yourself forward, and you swing past Rama, sailing past him. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
It's pretty good.
pretty good.
It's a 23.
Okay, cool. Your powerful python legs take you too far past Androphagon in the air. But you manage to clutch something of his. Unfortunately, it's his tail made of spines. As your hands are gouged along the edge of his spinies, you do hold on to Androphagon. You only take 2 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Cool.
That's basically your entire go, right?
Yes.
All right.
Tell you what, the Leonins are fucking representing at the moment, aren't they? It's literally 2 lion men now grappling this thing.
This is certainly it's the 2 flying lion men grappling this manticore in midair. We're going to the top of the round again. It's the Baron. What have you got, Windy Baron?
What's going on? Is he doing poetry again? I can't hear anything. The Baron is going to use a bonus action first of all to furiously rub his nipples and spend 3 sorcery points to regain a second level spell slot. And then once the magic courses back into him, he's going to grab the tray that was on the that's lying on the floor and then just whip it back up into your man's face.
Okay.
Nice.
Roll an attack with your catapult.
That would be a 9.
9. It goes sailing past Androphagus's face. Can I get dexterity saving throws from Rama and Lyax, please?
Hit with a tray.
I want to be clear. This is not an AoE attack. This is a
natural
flavor.
one. for Rama,
This is
thanks.
entirely a Scott thing as well.
Yeah.
You had a natural 1. Would you get Lyax?
15.
Cool. Lyax, you dodge the tray as it goes sailing past. Rama, as you stand up powerfully on the back of Androphagus and bear yourself down for another mighty attack, you just go clink. You get hit in the cheekbone with a metal tray. You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage, which will be halved because you're raging.
Could be worse. It's
'Cause
going to be
he's-
48.
Do I round it down?
As
or
he's
up?
aging.
I
'cause that
rounded
came with
it.
7.
What did I rounded it up? Didn't I?
Yeah.
So let's continue to round it up.
Cool, thanks.
You're welcome. It might be down, but we'll find out next time. So with that, the Baron makes his presence still known on the battlefield, but he also didn't hit the Androphagus. So now we're going to unless you got anything else.
That's a bonus thing.
Yeah, you're
His
right.
move. Can I physically move any further away from him?
Not really. You're probably at the furthest point away because you only came in the gate, moved to your left behind Dash, and you've been there ever since. So
Then I'm happy as Larry.
camping out. We're camping out in the arena. Dash, it's your turn. After that will be Rama.
All right. We've all got a healing potion, haven't we?
You know, you've got one healing potion between you. I can't remember who took it.
Ah, yeah,
Whoever you wrote it down.
So it wasn't me. I think it was. I don't know
It
who
wasn't
took
me. I think it may be sitting back in our room.
It looks like it right now. So from here, I think I'm not going to jump myself, having been quite low on hit points.
There's a lot of gladiators on the Manticore right now. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So if can I still get a clear shot if I shoot a crossbow? While I'm here.
Technically speaking, two of your friends are on the Manticore, so the Manticore would get an AC bonus.
Yeah.
If you crit fail that, you will definitely hit one of your friends.
Sure. I
But
have
you have to crit fail
advantage,
it.
so hopefully it'll be all right.
Cool.
Here we go.
And you remember your training in the gym. You remember your time with gun to kick, gun throw blood.
Oh, damn it. I didn't roll advantage with that.
No, you
save.
didn't.
No, I didn't.
It's impossible to roll 2 1s, Colin. It can't happen.
That one was. Do you want to hear it? Let's just roll it.
Just tell me which one the best one was.
They were both 11.
Oh,
So that 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
15.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, his armor class is 14. So with a +2 bonus for the AC, it misses, but you don't hit either of your friends, but cross off another quarrel. It goes sailing past as you just can't quite... Rama's massive form on the back is just like putting your aim off a little bit, and you get some blood in your eyes. You miss with your attack. Would you like to do anything else this turn?
He'd like to call out Dee-oh! And his side starts hurting because he's hurt himself. So yeah, he tries to get the crowd going by saying Dee, but his side hurts.
did you say E?
Can I do a perform?
Yeah, sure, why not?
You know, I'm still trying to hype up the crowds. That's a 4.
A 4?
Yeah.
Stop using the crossbow. It's so unsporting.
Come on, D. We were all chanting that a moment ago.
I think we should all say P instead.
D.
P for prick.
You just wait. I'll flip you.
Are you threatening the crowd?
No, not at all.
You just threatened the crowd.
No, I said I'll do a flip.
Arbiter, he threatened the crowd. I'd like to think there's just that one dude.
All of his other satyr friends have left. It's just him by himself. Like, he doesn't need to do this. He should be at therapy, but instead he's like taunting performers. So we're back round to Androphagus's go. But he is confronted with that. He does still try and use a tail spike. Rama, what's your AC? Lyax, what's your AC?
13.
13. Oh no, your face full of the tail spines, aren't you? So this should absolutely hit you full in the face. That is it's enough. It's a 21. Lyax, you take, holding on to the tail, you take a full 6 points of piercing damage. Just one of the spines gets loosed off and lodges in your shoulder. You start bleeding.
I'm fine.
You are fine. Rama, Androphagus is spinning round in the air, trying to lash at you with his claws. What's your AC again?
My AC is 15.
Okay, he misses. You manage to punch one of the claws away. He attacks again, getting a natural 20. Here's what I'm going to do.
Oh dear.
Here's what I'm going to do. Rolling a natural 20. I think Androphagus is going to forego doing full damage. So how about this is just normal damage for now, right? That's 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And he's just going to barrel roll and push you off himself towards the ground. You are about 45 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Is he going past me? Can I take a reaction to grab him at all?
I'll tell you what. Yes, because this is weird. So I'll say yes. However, you're holding on to the tail spines and being fired out by the tail spines. You can make a dexterity save to try and catch Rama as he falls, but you will suffer damage as a result of that. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Okay. Rama, your whole world is barreled away from you. The flying creature that naturally has the ability to fly finally got one up on you, slips free of you, and you go spinning, cascading towards the sands, unless reaching out with his massive 22-inch pythons silhouetted in the sun, Lyax the Lionheart. What have you got?
What is it again? Strength.
Dexterity saving throw.
14.
14.
Yep, just a big old 14.
Did you take that advantage ever?
No, but
Well,
I
maybe
can't
you
now.
could take that advantage because
No, 'cause it was the first roll of the game.
Maybe let's
If
ask
the DM
Let's
allows
ask the
me
DM.
to-
Well, it would be cool, DM. Come on, it'd be cool, mate.
Come on, be cool, Scott.
Be cool, Scott.
Be one of us, yeah? Be cool.
One of
Don't be a
us.
Don't be
square.
that satyr in the
us.
crowd. Come
Don't be
on.
such a square, man. Scott,
you haven't-
Scott.
You haven't rolled that advantage roll yet, have you? You haven't
No.
used it. Fine. Here's what's going to happen. You can roll advantage now to re-roll it, and I'm going to double the amount of damage you've taken from climbing across Androphagus's body.
Okay.
We're haggling now.
Okay, this is what...
Ross is bad at haggling.
Why don't you negotiate? Say like a third of the
don't
damage.
take it.
It is written. This is the way. Roll the dice.
It was exactly the same.
Reaching out, you knowing that Gunter Gitblood is out there watching you somewhere. You reach out to try and grasp the fingers of your friend as he flies past covered in blood. Rama, you feel as you fall, just faintly, very massive fingers brush by yours. As you continue to fall
You reach
to
out
the
and you give him a
ground.
little high five and he falls.
As he falls.
Good work, brother.
I'm gonna...
It's like cliffhanger.
Lyax, in doing so, in stretching yourself very far across the Manticore's body to try and help your friend, you have taken, that's actually not that bad, 5 points of slashing damage. You start to bleed. Rama,
Yes.
45 feet up in the air. How this happens is that 5 feet of damage, if you're falling 5 feet, it doesn't do anything. Every 5 feet thereafter, you take a D6.
5 feet.
So,
Jesus.
Gosh, that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. I mean, 5 foot isn't that far.
When you're
in
falling from quite
real
high,
life.
it is.
I suppose it would be, but like,
Yeah.
if you're just okay. No,
You're dead, brother.
I'm not questioning.
I know what
like,
you. I
that's-
know what you're saying.
I'm
like
just
5
thinking for
feet doesn't
D&D,
sound
that's a
much.
bit like, yeah, no, fuck you for falling. Like, you just fall like a big sack of meat, which I would be right now.
I feel like
Yeah, yeah.
I would take at least D4 damage from falling just 5 feet. Like if you imagine, if you got up on this table and just fell off it.
Yeah.
This doesn't
Jesus
sound good.
Christ.
Jesus.
You got your rap in at least.
Yeah.
It did.
You had a little rap.
Yeah, and then you died.
It's fine.
Well,
Nothing
literally
bad ever
died.
happens
No,
to
literally.
rappers.
So just to if you get over
wearing my
your
Piggy t-shirt
full
right now.
hit points, you're dead.
double. Yeah, so whatever your top hit points is now, go on then, tell us what that is, James.
That would be 35 hit points.
Okay, so you need to take 30. So your 35 is your maximum that you have now.
Yes, yeah,
Okay,
yes.
fine. So you need to take 70 points of damage in one go to die.
Yeah.
That's a crazy amount to do.
Well,
then,
no,
obviously.
that would be from full health, which I'm not at full health.
No, but it would count from whatever your full health
For
is.
massive
Okay, I
damage,
see.
yeah.
So yeah, if I ever did 70 points of damage to you in a level 2 encounter, I'd fire myself as the DM because that'd be crazy. However, you falling off the back of a monster and doing it to yourself, that's not on me. I can tell. Also, remember that this is halved because you're raging.
Yes, would this be bludgeoning damage?
Oh, certainly.
Yes,
This
yeah.
is certainly very bludgeoning damage.
Yes, yeah.
You take 32 points of damage.
Okay.
Spiraling and spinning to the ground, you can round that in half. Round that up.
50, 16.
you
Down.
go.
Rounded down to 60.
Oh, rounded down to 16.
Spiraling and spinning down, droplets of sweat and blood cascading around in the shining sun, leaving the back of the bloodied Manticore, heroically having jumped on it and now falling to the ground. Boosh. Rama, are you still up?
No.
Rama's out of the fight,
Yeah.
and maybe out of his life.
Not catastrophically. It was only just a bit over, but yeah, it's just
Sure,
enough
yeah,
to tip
yeah.
me over.
Just enough to send him over. He's gone out. Rama is lying in a pool of his own blood after sliding off the back of the wounded Manticore, and Lyax unable to save him. Are we going to pull this back round? The next person to go, wait, I lost track of whose go it was just then. It was
was the
Androphagus's go, wasn't it?
Androphagus's, yeah.
Rama, you're next.
Oh, good.
Rama, would you make a death saving throw for me, please?
Yeah, now just remind myself and the listeners, what do I have to roll for this?
You roll a d20 and add your constitution modifier.
Okie dokie. Well,
Hopefully get over 10.
Let us see if there's going to be over 10. It is 19 on the die, and my constitution bonus is 3, so
Great.
that's a 23.
You succeed one death saving throw.
A 22.
So you have got one success. You just need 2 more of those, and you'll be absolutely fine. If you roll a natural 20, that counts as an instant too. Super great, super easy, super fine. There is a ooh from around the crowd. Some people around one end of the corner start cheering to see one of you guys go down. Androphagus spreads his claws out and his arms out wide, and is like, oh. You see now across the massive forearms, there's like scouring engravings through his fur and his sinews. You can see like notches. He brings a claw up and he just claws another scar down one of his arms as he looks down at Rama's prone body on the ground. Lyax, it's your turn. You couldn't save your brother.
But I'm gonna save my
Brother.
brother's brother. I'm gonna spend a key
save
point
my
to.
second
Can I now jump from his tail up to him?
Yeah, sure.
Actually, I'm going to use it to make a. I'm gonna attack him, and then I might use flurry of bro.
Flurry of bros.
So yeah, I'll go for an attack.
Okay.
And then
Why don't you call your ludus the furry of bros?
yeah, I know.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Right. Okie dokie.
It's because you're all furry, you see. So it's his brother a lot.
No, it does.
Taking
It's
two.
good.
Yeah.
I just feel like we've used it somewhere before. I feel like it's come up at
I've got
some
an
point.
episode title.
Can I get advantage on death saves?
Why would you get advantage on death saves?
That's a
Oh, to get advantage on
17.
your rolls. Does it count for death saves as well?
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Yeah, interesting. I meant that was a mechanic thing. Go on.
There's a 17 for a
17.
first attack.
For an attack, so you bring yourself up along Androphagus's body as he's crowing about the victory over Rama, and you hammer in. That's a hit. Roll some damage.
Cool. 3 points of damage.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never fear, Lyax is here.
All right.
And then
you got anything else in the tank there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm going to use
Yeah.
a bonus action.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm going to use my bonus action to flurry of
Flurry of blah blah blah.
Flurry of bros.
flurry of blows. 19.
19's a hit.
There we are.
Roll that damage.
Come on.
3.
Are you sure?
It's a magic number, Ross.
Yeah.
Aren't you? Is that you? What?
You only do such little damage because using your claws and your fists, trying to tack on to what Rama was doing before he was knocked to the ground, you start gouging chunks out the membranes of the wings nearby. Androphagus starts scouring and looking over his shoulder like, no, get off!
You're about to go down, brother.
If I'm going down, then I'm taking you with me, not my brother.
How do you know I'm not your brother?
Because I've never had a brother with a stinky-ass face that looks like yours, brother.
You've got a stinky face, brother.
You haven't got any the right amount of teeth, brother.
Yeah, well, I'm going to rip your wings out, brother.
Not before I rip your eyeballs out and lick your brain, brother.
We'll find out, brother.
Good go, Lyax. We're working away. We're chipping away at him, kind of, really, sort of. Baron, you're up next.
Question: if Dash is a reverse centaur,
Still
does that mean Lyax is a reverse manticore? Can anyone? Never mind.
Roll a performance check.
Dance.
You might get some crowd on your side.
They can't hear me.
They can't hear him. He's still behind his wind bubble.
How do we know? Roll for
It says anyone in 10 feet is
Maybe,
deafened.
maybe, I'm just trying to-
Maybe. Would you want to roll for it next, Colin? Getting out the door? Yes, please.
And I'm gonna dance with what brung me. I'm gonna keep throwing catapults at him. We're down to level 1s now. They're not as much damage. The Baron just keeps reaching into the crowd, just pulling objects out of people's hands.
Someone's hot dog. Oi!
Flinging them across at him. Let's have... that's a little better. That's a 16.
16 to hit. Roll some catapulty damage.
There we go. Go ahead and have yourself 10 points of hot dog damage.
10 points of damage. Okay. Whooshing, there's a ladle. A hot dog's not very Fuck it, it's a hot dog. You said hot dog. And
Like a giant one, like they used to do in the pub where we used to game, like one of those big hot dogs.
this hot dog has been over-baked. Left too long on its grill, hardened on the outside. The crispy shallots that were put on there have now become its own armor. Like a chiseled, meaty missile, the Baron flings it, and it wouldn't be for the first time, sailing through the air and tearing through the wings of Androphagus. Lyax, your hands just come away from the wings. There's this torpedo from the depths. It goes poof, tearing through Androphagus's wings, looking at you directly in the eye. His eyes go wide, and then there's just a as the two of you plummet to the ground. I need a dexterity saving throw from Lyax, please.
Have you got the wings in your hands? Could you try?
Is this to like just stay on him for now?
This is to survive the fall.
Could you like?
Because I wanted to position him in a way that he would take all the damage.
Okay, succeed on this, and you can.
Now on that.
Nice.
That is a 7.
7.
No,
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. There's no one underneath the Manticore at the moment that it might land on.
7.
7 is your final answer because you said
Yeah.
no way, and I was hoping that there might be something else there.
No, 7.
No, you're stress eating cheese again, Rob.
He's eaten half the bowl.
There is
Stop
not
eating
much
cheese while you're
left, I'm gonna say,
speaking, man.
You're gonna fucking have a heart attack. Okay, I'm just doing it because it wasn't on your go. If it was your go, you could have done the positioning, but this was taken out of your hands literally by the Baron's meaty missile, which which has taken the Manticore down. Sailing down, however. You and the Manticore pirouetting down. He's grasping at you futilely, and you also like flail, but you flail, you get knocked aside by one of his arms, and you get free. You get free of the Manticore. You will take, however, landing a bit on his body. You won't take as much damage as Rama. You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as you bounce off the Manticore and hit the floor. You all good?
Yeah, I'm on 3 hit points.
It's fine.
Nice.
Androphagus the Manticore, brought down by the Baron's meaty missile, just hits the ground. The dust collapses all around him. Sand is blown up everywhere. And then, above his head, the health bar that has been depleted all the way to 0 changes colour and fills back up as Androphagus, bloodied wings, battered head, gets up, unsheathes his claws and gets ready for round 2 of this boss fight.
And that's how you toss a sausage.
The sausage that brought down
my
Androphagus. He will not forget this, and now he's on the ground. The next person to go will be...
Oh, can I use my bonus action?
Yeah, please, go for
How
it.
high up is the crowd?
How high up is the crowd?
Yeah, how high
The
up
sort
is
of
the how
range.
high up is the lip of the bit where the crowd are?
Oh, okay. I'd say that was about 12 feet.
About 12 feet. Yeah, and I'm tall enough for it. I'm going to use my windy bullshit to rise up 10 feet into the air, and then just grab fingertips onto the edge of the arena and just start going, "Help me! Help me! Help me!"
The Baron starts trying to flee from the arena.
No one can hear me.
Androphagus, as Androphagus roars a challenge and looks round for the person that brought him down with a snack.
Just threw a sausage at him and ran away.
That's amazing.
Literally what you've done, you're hanging on to the edge. You see a lot of disdainful faces looking over at you, like that were like, "Oh my god, wow, did you see what he did?" And now you're trying to escape. They're like, "Oh."
It's fine. All of their shit's being blown away as well. Just ruined.
There is some Dwayoma on the crowd that stops your magic affecting them directly, but they are certainly perturbed by the massive face of the Minotaur. Is that the end of your go, Baron?
Yeah, that's me.
Dash. It is your turn. The
Dash.
Manticore is on the ground. He's poised over both Lyax and Rama. The Baron's running away. What's
Yeah.
the D gonna do?
What is the D going to do? Well, he would do a lot more damage if he was downstairs. But can I use one action to shoot him and then a bonus action to climb down?
Yes.
Because I've still got my climb action.
Yes.
My climb potion on, right?
Yeah, you
So,
can
okay.
climb all the way down to the ground with your climb potion. I won't make you make a check.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to shoot my crossbow again. That is better, much better. That's an 18, but let's go. Yep, 18 it was.
18 is a hit. Roll some damage.
Grazie. That is 6 points of damage.
6 points. From the top of the statue, you still fire at Androphagus. The coral hits home, buries itself within its flesh. He roars and looks round, his eyes maddened and wide, as you slip off the statue and come scurrying to the ground. You've got a move action. You can get up close to him if you want.
Yeah, let's. Ooh.
Yeah, what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Close.
Still got claws, still got spines, still got
close,
teeth.
isn't he? And I'm
no
not,
wings.
No, I'm gonna just get down to the bottom and just go. Decide what you're going to do.
Did you say that to yourself?
Talk to yourself.
It was, he didn't really know what he was talking about. But he looks round to the crowd, says, decide, and tries to get the crowd on side.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
Why not? It's a 7.
Yeah, that fits. No, you decide. This is weird. What are you doing?
Trying to decide.
You think your friend's dying.
I know, I'm trying to decide
All right.
whether to do anything.
You try to
Thank
decide.
you.
Good. And you fire a crossbow. You slip off. You try to decide as Androphagus stares you down. And it is Androphagus's go next.
Yeah.
Fortunately for you, Lyax is still very, very much close to him.
Yeah.
However, he really wants to get the Baron. Where's the one that threw the sausage at me?
Give me your hand!
Where's the one who threw the sausage?
His wings trailing blood behind him. He powers across the sand, ignoring Lyax and ignoring you. If you were in combat with him, you would get an attack of opportunity, but you're not. However, Lyax is. Lyax, you want to make an attack of opportunity as he goes past?
Yes, hold on, I'm just getting me weapon.
Damn.
Good.
You were trying to give me a little in, weren't you?
You know what? I'm balanced and fair.
Thank you.
Okie dokie.
Because this monster really might TPK you at this moment.
Yeah. We've got one person on 3.
19.
19 is a hit. Roll some damage.
5.
5 points of damage, all right. You take a chunk out of him as it goes past. It ignores you. It ignores the wound. The golden eyes are lasered on the windy little cow trying to climb out of the arena. With 30 feet of movement on the ground, however, he's not as quick as he was in the air, so he's only halfway across the arena. Baron, you see the lumbering beast coming towards you. You increase your attempts to get even further away. Actually, he's still got 3 attacks, and you're not using his claw. Disdainfully flicking 2 spines behind him. Lyax, what's your AC?
13.
Oh, baby.
Oh, no.
I'm rolling real well. You take 4 points of piercing damage.
Got plenty of space for more white hands on us, guys.
I mean, it's
down.
not. Yeah.
You're down. Lyax goes down in a tumble of blood. The bravest of the Leonins have both been taken out. Another tail spine goes towards Dash. Dash, what's your AC?
Oh, shit.
14.
I rolled a natural 1.
Hooray!
The spine lodges in his tail, and he's too angry to see what's going on. But I don't really know how that works. It's a bit
like
gummed
an
up.
ingrown spine.
Yeah. There's a bit of mucus there. He hasn't noticed it. There's sand and blood in there. He hasn't noticed it, but it might stop him being able to launch tail spikes for the rest of the fight, which is good news for the 2 surviving combatants.
Jesus Christ.
All right, that is the end of Androphagus's go, though.
Good.
Rama,
Yeah.
please make another death saving throw.
Okie dokie.
Do you not know who's got that healing potion on you? Do you guys have any idea?
We were canonically we were all 3 of us holding it when we walked in, but none of us actually wrote it down on our sheet. So I'm
that's
happy
the
for us
thing.
not have it. That's fine.
Maybe we could just roll for it now.
I might
and
as
see
well roll
who's
with
got it.
advantage for this. That first one is a pass, yes.
Yeah, what if it's me?
Yeah, right.
It's a second success.
Second success. Okay, cool. How this will work is even if you succeed in this, you're technically still out the fight.
I'm still unconscious,
and you'll be still unconscious, and that might affect the prize pot at the end if you win. However, you genuinely might not win at this juncture. Genuinely, half the team are down.
Yeah.
About this health potion that you canonically were all 3 carrying, that none of you wrote down. I will step back off my punishment pedestal, and I think I'll allow you both to. Let's see now. I tell you what, I'll roll for it.
Okay.
If I get on a D6, if I get a 1 or 2, Colin's carrying it. If I get a Dash is carrying it. If I get 3 or 4, the Baron's carrying it. If I get a 5 or 6, Kevin was carrying it.
Nice. I like that.
It's a 4. It's on the Baron.
Writing it on my sheet.
It's on the Baron.
I feel safer.
Okay, you've got a healing potion. You've got a certain amount of time before the Dendrophagus makes it towards you. That was Rama's go. Lyax, make a death saving throw, please.
We're all gonna die.
Was it? Yeah, pass.
Yeah.
Okay,
Unless it's a natural 20, it's just a pass.
1 success. The Baron, it's your go.
The Baron is just... the Baron goes, oh, healing potion. That could come in handy. And is then just looking behind him as this thing's stalking forward, just frantically holding a hand out into the crowd, looking for more hot dogs. He finds a stroller and just hurls that over it. Casts another...
You've got another catapult on you.
Oh, I've got more catapults. It's basically all I have.
Okay.
I might as well be a warlock at this stage.
There
I'm a
is-
one spell guy.
There is the launching of an item from the crowd. Just barely, your magic just barely working over the lip of this thing, which is meant to keep the audience safe from things like this exactly happening. Some gladiator fearing for his life and literally trying to run away.
It's only a 13 though to hit him.
Oh, guys, come on, man. Have you got anything else?
No.
No, okay, shit.
Well, I mean, I can use my 10 feet of flying to try and fly further into the crowd.
No, you can't. You actually feel.
Is it like a force field
kind of like
deal?
that? It's a gentle pressing on you as you get closer and closer. That's why the crowd can sit so close. But 13 is not enough.
Damn it!
to
Only hot dogs may
Gentle
pass.
press.
Yeah, it goes flying past. Baron is at the end of your go.
Yeah. That's pretty much my go.
Dash Dominicles.
So I can get to him, strike him with my sword,
Yes, you can do that inside of one turn.
and then I have a bonus action.
Yeah.
And I can do my hoof action.
Yes, you can.
I've already rolled the damage on this.
Okay, did you roll to hit?
No, but I've rolled the damage already.
Oh, that's really
Okay.
That's really masochistic of you.
So here we go, and I've got advantage.
I'd just like you to know, before you get into combat, full melee combat, you've probably worked out already that Androphagus has 3 attacks.
Sure.
Just letting you know.
I mean, there's nothing else I can do though.
Okay.
I can go, oh, all right, as Bubba, apparently.
The only choice left is to be a hero.
Or to forfeit the fight, right? But we can't do that, can we? We have to fight.
Absolutely do that.
You could surrender if you want.
But surrendering's so whack, isn't it? Right?
Yeah, surrendering
but
is
you never
freaking
stop, Colin.
lame.
Okay.
We don't surrender, we just lose.
And how?
It was a 17.
17 is a hit.
They take 16 points of damage.
Oh, what? How?
10 points with my greatsword, right? Piercing damage, 1d8 plus 2. It's 2d6 plus 4 slashing, sorry. And that was 10 points. And then with my hoof attack, it's 1d4 plus 4. And I rolled 6 with my bonus action with my hoof. So that's 16 points of damage.
Dash Dominicles, give us the cutscene as you defeat Androphagus the Manticore.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, baby.
Dash looks at the crowd. He says, I will give him what he deserves. And then runs over, right? Takes out the sword, slashes him with 2 hands. He turns around and looks at Dash like he's going to rip his face apart. And then Dash falls back onto his hands and his hooves kick up into his face. And that's how he takes him down.
Very good. Nice work. That was very needed. Dash charging across the sands, tearing, laying into Androphagus, kicking him with his hooves. Just all of a sudden, the onslaught powering into him just takes it down, and Androphagus swipes meekly at you as Dash is just looming over him, burying him with blow after blow after blow. The crowd goes silent. And then as one, yeah! There's a resounding cheer from the new arena favourite, Dashtiminocles, the only one standing, the only one not trying to flee the arena, the only one not bleeding out in the sand.
As soon as he goes down, the Baron drops down and runs in front of Dash and starts celebrating like he did it.
People are still going, okay, yeah, fine, sure, yeah.
That's right!
Arbiters with medic packs and magic wands come over to address Lyax and Rama, so you don't have to make any more death saves. And as the cheering begins to die down, there is a stillness. Androphagus is still breathing. It is now up to you what you want to do with Androphagus. Before you make this decision, the crowd immediately, knowing what's happening and knowing how these fights go, starts going, mercy! Mercy! The Arbiter is now beginning to float over the arena again, over Androphagus's prone body and the rest of yours. Gestures and looks towards the Elysium box, where Legate Reviscon is now standing. She puts out an arm. And she turns her thumb down.
Oh. That means live, doesn't it? Because it's the opposite.
We're going with the Hollywood version of this.
Oh, okay.
I know that one. I thought about it, but I don't want to confuse it too. I want to make it the easiest one to be like, to be obvious. So what you have, and it's up to you too, who are the surviving members who are unconscious on your feet. The crowd want you to spare Androphagus's life. The legate, who runs the Callisiopolis, wants you to kill Androphagus. The choice is yours.
Dash takes his great sword, puts it to his throat, lifts it up to his forehead, and carves a D into his head.
His head?
Into his forehead, right? Carves the letter.
Great sword.
Carves the letter D, onto his head, not killing him.
Sorrow.
And then, and then sheathes his sword and leaves it at that, and then backs up
As
and
he
looks at the crowd with his hands in the air like, D, come on, Dominocles!
As he steps away, the Baron was standing behind him with a hot dog, like murderously held in magic behind him. And then when he sees he hasn't killed him, he drops it and goes, oh, yeah, we're sparing him. Yep, I always meant to do that.
I think the D was for dog, as in hot dog. That's why the Baron had that. I think it's cool. He wasn't going to murder him. Yeah.
Mercy! Mercy we give him!
Mercy! The crowd cheer roaringly, all absolutely taken with Dashtiminocles' actions, noble, heroic, sportsmanlike. The legate puts down her arm. The cheering dies down. She makes a gesture with one hand. Arbiters in the crowd march through the crowd and join her. They make a phalanx through the crowd as they line up, one in front of the other, down the stairs. She slowly mounts the steps, walking down onto the sands, flanked on either side by arbiters. She steps off, down a few steps, as all the arbiters march around you. They make a small circle. Lyax and Rama, you are resuscitated at this point. You are still on the ground, but you are conscious and able to talk. The legate Reviscon, having been denied her games, her arena murder by yourselves, the face mask is looking directly at you, Dashtiminocles. As she steps down to the sand, a hush descends around the arenas. And talking in conversational levels, you know the way you are. The crowd cannot hear you. They can't possibly hear you, talking as low as they are. Congratulations, gladiators. Today, clearly your arms were blessed by Iroas, and Nylia had dipped ambrosia on your weapons. Well done.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna lay here, brother.
You look really badly hurt. I can see right through that hole.
We appreciate you and the chance to fight in your games.
Please, can we have some money?
Baron, we might get some money, but let's not ask for it. It's kind of one of those things. You don't ask for money and then you get it.
It's not like tipping.
Yes, thank you so much for letting us be a part of your games. As you can see... Oh.
You just lay there, Lyax. You will come to know suffering as part and parcel of the Callisiopolis. It no doubt will make you stronger.
Yeah, okay, brother.
She turns and turns to Dash Dominicles. Dash, I believe it is.
Yes.
Dominicles.
Yes.
You wish to give people the D.
In some metaphorical sense, yes.
I clearly gave the order to execute this monster upon your victory.
Yes.
She leans in close, and you see the sunlight gleaming across her faceless gold and white ivory oval mask as the legate of the Callisiopolis looks at you and says, "Why did you disobey my order?" And that's where we're going to leave it for this fortnight.
D! The D is for dog.